First and foremost, I want to apologize for how long this video has taken. There is no excuse, reason, or thing I could say to make that okay, and I want to take full accountability for that.
YouTuber apologies have become so popular that they're basically a new genre of content on the platform. But that doesn't make it a good one. And it seems that more often than not, YouTuber apologies are pretty terrible. Like at this point I think I've seen like 4 good ones in the history of the platform. That is why today on the channel I wanted to list for you all the top 10 worst YouTuber apologies in 2020. Hey, what's up everyone? It's Mackenzie here and you are watching I.O. Before we get into this list, make sure to like and subscribe below. Also check out our playlist right up there of other top 10s. Now let's get into this tea, because you know it's gonna be, very juicy. Starting off at number 10, we got Tana Mojo. So as a former Tana fan, this one is honestly just so disappointing. I think that's the best word for it. Basically, during the BLM protests that took place about 4 months ago, Tana was called out by 2 black creators, Colin Berry and Simply Nessa, for treating them badly because of their race, along with other microaggressions. And instead of addressing it quickly, she decided to wait about 3 months to address it, all while partying literally every single night. Like I swear she's been at every single LA party that there's been, during a pandemic to boot. And after her fans were mad and disappointed, she finally uploaded her apology video called A Long Overdue Apology. And it was very appropriately named considering how long it took for her to upload it. But the video itself is very strange and honestly is one of the worst apology videos that I've ever seen. It's very clearly scripted and there are more jump cuts than I have literally ever seen in my life. And with her speaking in a monotone voice and saying words that she has never said before, it's clear that it was not genuine in the slightest, and just something she felt she had to do before she could come back to normal. However, since her fans aren't as dumb as she thinks we are, she addressed some stuff in an Instagram story after, saying she would be uploading more apology videos after the very harsh backlash that she received on that video. But instead of coming out with that second apology video she's promised, it's been about 3 weeks and she's still just back to partying. So honestly, I used to love her, but I hope her career takes a really big hit after all this. In at number 9, Pokimane. Pokimane got into a huge controversy in the streaming world after she was called out for taking down another YouTuber's video that featured her tweets, as well as making jokes about it after the fact and using the N-word in the past. A few months after the scandal, she decided to come out with an apology called My Overdue Apology. And the apology, she apologizes for censoring creators, but gave context on the situation that she didn't want her old tweets out there anymore. Then she addresses another time she got a video taken down, saying that time was because the person added, quote, really inappropriate, sexual, gross, or just misleading titles. And even though that was justified, it gave her a reputation of taking down videos. She addresses this by saying she doesn't take down transformative content, but since it was just a copy-paste of her video, she felt justified. She then apologized for her use of the N-word, saying she hopes her more recent past with the word can help her viewers know that she's changed. Then there was some controversy about the fact that she's had a boyfriend but never said so online, and she said she just wants to keep those worlds separate, and I personally think there's nothing wrong with that. However, even though she addressed what she needed to and most people did like the video, it still has 183,000 dislikes currently, so clearly not everyone was a fan. And at number 8, Shane Dawson. We've talked about this Shane one a bunch, so I won't go into too much detail, but basically Shane was called out for tons and tons of controversial stuff a few months back, with some of it questioning his involvement in the James Charles Bye sister scandal, and the rest talking about just gross things that he said or did in the past. And as a response, he first posted a Notes app apology sort of thing, but people hated that, and that got him tons of backlash. Then he uploaded this video called Taking Accountability, where he addresses some of the things but also doesn't address a lot of stuff either. People were mad that a lot of things were left out, while others were just convinced that they were dealing with a wolf in sheep's clothing. But since his apology video was not well received, he hasn't posted on the platform since, and it doesn't look like he's going to be returning anytime soon. And at number 7, Micah Stauffer. Micah and her husband James got into one of the biggest scandals in Family Channel history when they revealed in a video that they were giving away their adopted son from China. And backlash erupted after people felt that the family had used their son for views and money. But now that they got all the content they needed from him, they were done. After all the backlash and uproar, Micah came out on her Instagram with a Notes app apology. In summary, saying that she was naive in adopting her son before she knew she was ready, and she's so sorry she let down the community. And a lot of people didn't accept it. As a result, she hasn't posted on any of her social media accounts since. And at number 6, Jeffree Star. In his most recent apology video, Jeffree Star did what he does best, and that is start a ton of drama, and then when it gets heated, remove himself from it immediately. Classic. But after Shane was getting a ton of heat for being involved in By Sister, and Shane and Jeffree were being painted as the villains of YouTube, Jeffree decided to stay silent for months and let Shane take, literally all the heat. But as things were cooling off is when Jeffree decided to release his apology video, called Doing What's Right. And in the video, he basically apologizes for a few things, but mainly distances himself from all the drama, and doesn't reveal any receipts about the infamous voice memo that was getting circulated around that time. It seems like people didn't like the apology because the comments and like ratio are turned off. Halfway through at number 5, Gabby Hanna. So I got some fresh tea for you guys here. Gabby Hanna took a long break from YouTube a few months back because she was involved in too much drama to handle. She very recently came back online, and in her first video she addressed a bunch of stuff and clearly said that she doesn't want to be involved in any drama anymore. However, she almost immediately said she was going to be making a song about Trisha Paytas, which is a terrible idea for someone who says they want to stay out of drama, especially because Trisha and Gabby have a really bad past, and this is literally the definition of poking the bear. So after tons of backlash and more drama with Trisha, Gabby came out with an apology video. But it was literally just a picture of a notes app on YouTube. In the very long apology, she says that she was wrong for making the song and she shouldn't have brought this up again. However, the release date for her song is September 25th, so I guess we'll have to wait and see if she decides to release the song or not. I mean, hopefully she doesn't because she made that apology, but if she does release the song, then I guess the whole apology is in void, it means nothing. And at number 4, Jake Paul. Jake Paul was involved in a massive scandal when him and some friends were caught looting in an Arizona mall during the BLM protests. People were outraged for many reasons, mainly because Jake was filming and it looked like he was trying to profit off the scandal. People also called out the fact that he hadn't been speaking up about the protests, but still tried to exploit them for content. This all prompted Jake to post a Notes app apology to Twitter. In the apology, he said that him nor his friends were involved in the looting, and he was there protesting earlier that day, and then started filming later on when he saw the looting. But people didn't accept this apology, and the replies of the tweet were not pretty, with people calling him a clown as well as calling him out on his privilege. And at number 3, Gabby DiMartino. Gabby recently got involved in a scandal when she posted a TikTok video with her friend, comparing their weekly budgets. And the video is honestly just really cringy and unnecessary, with Gabby revealing that she spends $9,000 a week, while her friend only spends about $50 a week, more normal budget. Then she points out that she's a personal chef for $450 while her friend spends another $50 on groceries. Gabby ended up getting tons of backlash, so she ended up taking the TikTok down and apologized, saying that the budget included all the expenses for her business too, like studio equipment and all her employees. But people didn't really care for the apology and felt the whole thing was just so out of touch, especially since people are struggling right now. Not a great time to be bragging that you spend $9 grand a week. And at number 2, Susan Yara. Susan Yara is a massive creator in the skincare space on YouTube, and until a few months ago, she was very well respected too. However, things all changed when it was revealed that she was launching a skincare brand, Naturium. And the issue was from the fact that she was promoting the products for months before she announced it was her brand, with her doing a review on her channel and mentioning it in a slew of other videos, even giving her followers a discount code to use to buy the products. And this isn't only really shady, but also illegal, because she was promoting her own brand to people and speaking really highly about it while no one knew that it was hers, and everyone just assumed it was a great brand that she actually liked, that she was just promoting. After this, she uploaded an apology video, but the reaction wasn't great, with her explaining how she didn't become part of the brand until after she promoted it, but she's still very sorry. As of now, the video was deleted, but the reaction videos that still include her video are not good. And finally, number 1, Tony Lopez. Tony Lopez, who is one of the brothers of the popular TikTok duo, the Lopez brothers, came under fire after it was exposed that Tony did inappropriate things with young girls. And along with other things, he was accused of soliciting inappropriate photos from these girls. When the backlash against him wouldn't stop growing, he decided to apologize on Twitter with a classic Notes app apology. In the apology, he says he's not proud of his past actions and is disappointed in himself, then saying he's new to LA and he learned that he can't believe everything that he's told, and once he realized the truth, he stopped. Then saying he'll do his best to learn from his actions, but people were incredibly unhappy with his vague apology, with him not taking responsibility for what he actually did wrong. With YouTuber Chris Clemens clapping back at the apology, saying, quote, "What are you apologizing for? Why is the reason for this unclear Notes app apology wrong? If you want to educate and hold accountability, clearly say what you did and why it's wrong." Which, I mean, I think we all completely agree with. And it doesn't look like he's addressed that backlash and is probably just waiting for this all to blow over. Alright everyone, that's all for the video. Let me know what you're thinking down below, and whose do you think was the worst? Mine was definitely Tana. Like, if I made a video on all my thoughts about how bad her apology video was, it would literally be like 20 minutes, so it was really bad. But before I head out, I'm gonna shout out some comments from my video on if we should accept Ellen's apology, which is pretty fitting for this video, you know, apology. So Joseph said, "Damn, this controversy made her age like a president." Oh my god. You don't get the joke there. Just every time you look at presidents before and after their term, like they always age like 30 years because obviously it's like the most stressful job in the world, so that great joke there. Then Jalay said, "It's not really gonna say I'm forgiving her, it's really not my choice, it's for all the people that were affected on the show to say if she should be forgiven." I agree with that. I feel like she didn't really do much to us viewers other than potentially dupe us if she's a bad person and, you know, she's like played this good character look. So yeah, like it's kind of not our apology to accept. It's really for her employees and the people that work for her. Then Jungkookie's Bunny said, "I really don't care about the apology. I just hope that she's changed the way she treats her staff members and apologizes to them. That's all I care about." Yeah, I completely agree. I think as long as the internals, like behind the scenes of the show has changed, that will really make all the difference. And I think we'll have to wait and see what the employees say, because I'm just so confused how they're filming. Like, how did they get these employees to agree to like work for them still? Maybe they made things a lot better, maybe they fired a lot of people, who knows. Alright everyone, that's all for the story today. Thanks so much for sticking around if you made it all the way here. Make sure to like and subscribe below, follow our socials if you want to see more of us, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.